Okay, let's start out with the front cross. It's going to go in the front. We're going to take our small 1.5 centimeter piece and we're going to connect a 1/2 inch T for our center upright. We're going to go with our base middle pipe. The base middle pipe is 14 centimeters. Okay, then we're going to add another T in there. This is also an upright T. Now we're going to add our base middle piece, which is the 3 centimeter piece. If I can hang on to it. Okay, that's what we look like so far. And then we're going to add another cross on the end. Okay, so that is what your base should look like. Okay, now we're going to add on our 4 legs. And again, you can glue all this stuff if you want to. Once you get it set and straight, you may want to do that. You don't have to. Mine are all friction fit. Okay, so there we are with the legs. Let's add the caps to the end of the legs. The caps you have to have is going to keep the whole base stable, okay, and flat on the bottom. Everything's the same thickness, so it won't rock. Again, all friction fit. Okay, so that's what we look like. Now we're going to take our front upright pipe. That's going to go in the front. The upright is. Okay. After the front upright, we're going to add our motor. And our motor, I've flattened out a piece of PVC using a heat gun and a piece of 2x4. There's a couple different ways you could do this. You could also take a 1/2 inch to 3/4 T, like I've got here, put that on the top of the pipe, drill some holes in the top of the T, and then just mount that directly there. I've done that as well. Works just fine. Okay, so let's put our motor on, just like that. Next, we're going to take our 3/4 by 3/4 1/2 T. We're going to put it on the front mount. Okay. Now we have got our center cup rod. On our center cup rod to mount to the motor, I've taken a 1/2 inch cap, and I drilled a 5/16 hole in the top, and I've cut a piece of the rotisserie bar off. The piece of rotisserie bar is 7 centimeters. You can make it 10, you can make it whatever you want to. And I've driven that inside of the hole, so it's nice and straight. That's how we tie into our motor. Okay, so that's going to go on the end. Actually, let's slide it through here first. This front T is going to provide support for that cup rod. So that's going to slide directly into our motor. Before we slide that all the way in, we're going to add the 1/2 inch adapter, threaded adapter, thread slip on the end. Okay, and if you can see, that slides right in the motor. No problem at all. And what we'll do is we'll tighten our thumb screw so that it doesn't slip. It's not a necessity, but I always do. Just like that, so that's not coming out. Now we're going to add our 3/4 by 1/2 threaded end. That's going to thread onto the end of the rod. Okay, that is going to hold our 3/4 inch pipe for our cup. Okay, so before we screw that on, let's add the 5/8 pipe to hold our cup. We're going to add some foam. Okay, and then this will thread right on there like so. So that's what we've got. That's how everything looks. Okay, and if we put a cup on there, and we'll plug it in. Gotta make sure you guys can see everything. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's plug it in. And turn it on. And if I take you off, you can have a look at how smooth it is. It works great. that's all for that.